everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 17th of February. Now, I just wanted to touch on a couple of things before we get into the reading, guys. I did talk yesterday and I recommended, and I have before recommended some of you guys check out the little video on YouTube called Finding Joe. I have put it on my Facebook page if anyone's interested in checking that out. Chrissy Fitzgerald Psychic Life Coach Facebook page. I've got two. One's private and one's public. And I just wanted to read the quote from the start of that. I actually went back and watched it again myself last night. And it really does relate to the journey that we've all gone through. Now, if you've tapped on this video, it's a high probability that you're awake and that you've been through your awakening process, because we're currently going through the Great Awakening, and this year is the year of the shift of energy. So I just want to read a quote, which I really liked it, from Joseph Campbell from that little show Finding Joe, which is about us finding who we really are, which is the journey we've all gone through if you think about it in the last 3 years, guys. So I'll just read out this quote. I don't believe people are looking for the meaning of life as much as they are looking for the experience of being alive. And I just thought that was so relatable for us, guys, because we talk about here a lot about dropping our backpacks of emotions and burdens and hurts and things that we might have gone through. This is even pre-pandemic, like right back even to our childhood, through the teenage years, through work situations. Things can happen to us that start to weigh us down and can take part of who we are. And when you go through the awakening process, you learn to live again. It's that experience, exactly what he says about being alive. And that's why we've created a place here, if you are new, called Terra Bella, which is our beautiful earth. It's just a feeling inside that we go to that makes us happy. It could be painting a painting, digging in the garden, kayaking up the river, or, you know, I said a few of these the other day. Even music, we got a lot of music here. Music takes us back to memories, feelings. Sometimes it makes us happy. It can emote, you know, and cause reactions in us, music. So we get a lot of music here as well, guys. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you haven't checked out that video, please go watch it, because it just is our journey and what most of us here have been through. That's what the awakening process is. It's about learning to live again and learning to feel free and not carrying around the pains, and, like I always say, not feeling contracted in the body anymore, but feeling free. And the message sort of towards the end of that video is about we have to surrender. See, it's resistance in the body, and when you're fighting things that you get tight in the body, but when you release and you just surrender and you just keep flowing, you feel this it's a feeling of peace and calm, I guess, in your body, isn't it? So please go check it out if you haven't. It's called Finding Joe. It's on YouTube. Enough of that. The other thing I just wanted to let you guys know with the update, I was telling you a few weeks ago about this police shooting up in Queensland where these extremists, they were labeling them, they shot a couple of, it was an ambush, and they shot a couple of police. Like, it was a pretty horrific situation, but they labeled these people as anti-government, anti-COVID, anti-CV virus. They actually said that on the mainstream media. They labelled them with everything, and they said that they had all information about them. Well, now it's coming out. Apparently now they're Christian extremists. So we know they're starting to attack religion when this is starting to come out. A lot of us here know about the one world religion. And they mentioned on the actual mainstream media too that YouTube needs more controlling to stop these extreme people who, like, what, there was 3 people and you just put everybody in the same category. I don't know how that works. Like, how bad is this getting? So they were talking about controlling YouTube, and you know, we know how controlled YouTube is, don't we? Especially even on my channel, guys, your comments disappear every 2 minutes. Oh, it's unreal. Oh, and the other thing I just wanted to mention, so yes, so they backed off telling everyone that those people were anti-government, anti-CV virus. They'd now become Christian extremists, apparently. So the religion, oh God. So just to keep you in the loop with what's happening on the mainstream media here. And the other thing I just wanted to have a giggle about, and I know in America you would be, oh yes, Biden's come out and mentioned that perhaps these spy balloons and things aren't from China. Yes, I think there was no labelling made in China on them. I think we did say this a few weeks ago, oh, no, a week ago when it first happened rather. How do you know it's from China? Like, how do you know? It's got nothing written on it. Like, oh, the China spy balloons. And now I think Biden's saying it must be just someone's science experiment or something like this. Like, oh my God, like what a clown show. Is Trudeau going to come out and say that in Canada, that it's just someone's science experiment? It's probably their own science experiment. We know how the clown show goes. So that's the latest. Apparently they're still considered unidentified flying objects, and maybe they're not from China. Gee, we said that. Why does no one listen to us? Oh my God. Honestly, clown show to be continued, no doubt. All right, enough of me raving on now. Let's get into the reading and see what comes up for 17th. God, I'm getting tricksters hiding their hands, like hiding their hands. They're showing me like an illusionist, like the magic trick. We get this a lot. I often talk to you about Cosentino, our illusionist here in Australia. He's really good. He goes into Las Vegas and all that, and he's very good at doing illusions. Well, this is the government leaders. They're not showing us their hands. I suppose you could say that's cards. But they're doing a lot of trickery. There's a lot of trickery. And this is globally. This is all of them. There's Elbow, Sushi, Hippo, Trudeau, Macron. Like all of them are doing a lot of trickery now. They're hiding things. I would say last year, at the end of last year, they were all at a point where they just wanted to roll out the reset carpet and get this glued down and have it be permanent. But they realised that they're hitting too hard. And then what happens? People rise up because they start to realise what's going on and they don't want it. So that's what we've currently got going on. They're having to hide things again. Oh, God, it's so frustrating. Why don't these people wake up, guys? I don't understand it. So that's what I'm getting. They're hiding a lot of things again. Gee, that's unusual, isn't it? Them hiding everything. So they're keeping things like hidden. It's showing me them putting their hands down beside. You know when you're a little kid and your mum says, what's that in your hand? Did you steal a cookie out of the cookie jar? Or is that a lolly in your hand? What have you got? And you've got it behind your hand and you go, no, when you're a kid. And then you think you're real clever and you swap it into the other hand and you go, see, I haven't got it. And then you go like that and you go, no, I haven't. You know, it's just that sort of stupidness. We've all been there. But this is what the government leaders are doing. They're not showing what's in their hand, really. A lot of hiding again now. We're going to start seeing moving forward. They're not going to be as open as they tried to be. Oh, it's just a nightmare. I've got to go back, guys, and look what you were going to put on the Great Awakening carpet too. I'll go back and check that out if any of you wrote any suggestions there. Oh, God. Oh, like, I'm just getting visions. We could put like clown heads on this carpet. You know, the clown head emoji we always post for the clown show. Oh, we could put clown heads on it, couldn't we? The Great Awakening. It's just a big clown show. Oh, how's the BS they just feed everyone? Oh, God, I know you guys understand. It's the most frustrating journey. But watching that Finding Joe actually helped me again last night because it made me realise how important it is that we do stay in that courage and strength. Like the guides have been telling us that for like 2 weeks, so we have to really start listening to it. That's why these battles aren't ours anymore, because we've fought our battles, and the real battle is about us as individuals. It's our battles within, and that's why they've got to fight these battles. These people waking up, sleepwalkers, people in their bubble denial suits, these are their battles now. So that's why we have to just stay in our courage and strength and stability. All right, let's see where else we go. China's getting really disturbed by what's happening now. Well, can you blame them? Oh, getting blamed for everybody's spy balloon and everything. That's really bothering them. See, to them, that's like a big joke. Well, it is a big joke. It's been a big joke to all of us. But they're kind of thinking, well, that's just ridiculous. Like, when I talk about China, in the last couple of months, I've been talking about them using their, like, intimidation and coming towards countries and intimidating them through power and strength. They like doing it with their fighter jets and their power. See, this is how they do it. They would use fighter jets. Like, why would they use a spy balloon just floating around? And they can get information any way. We all know that TikTok and all this, God, information is everywhere. I'm sure China would have no trouble getting information. And we also know they have connections, especially in America. Example, Hunter Biden. There might be a few ties with Hunter. We know Fauci's got connections to China, don't we, guys? Within the medical industries and the labs. So I don't think it's really an issue for them, but they're annoyed about it, apparently, now, China, because it's not painting them in a good light. Like it was, you know what it was? Oh, yes, it was false information and disinformation, yes, being put out there on the internet. Oh, by Biden himself and his country. No offense to you Americans, I know it's nothing to do with you, we're just talking politically. But that's what I'm getting. So China's not happy about all this. So we might see a bit of retaliation, actually. We might see a few more fighter jets. We might even see them coming out making some statements about this, like being falsely accused and all this of spying, and because they're pretty major accusations, aren't they? So we might see a little bit of, just retaliation from China about all this. Wonder what Trudeau will have to do now. He'll have to come forward too and say, well, we don't know what these unidentified flying objects are, really. He was trying to be the big hero to his nation. See, that fear didn't work. God, we were laughing at it the minute that it happened. But I bet you there are people, we know there are, that have fallen for all this stuff. It's absolute clown show, the most ridiculous thing I've ever... I know you guys think the same as me. It's absolute insanity. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of my opinions. Let's get back on with the reading. I'm getting New Zealand. God, I'm getting... for some reason, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm getting the word lockdowns and restrictions. Hoping Hippo's not doing this around climate. You guys have been saying how he's really focused on the climate change reason that the floods are hitting. We know that's what Hippo's going to be focusing on. But I am getting this, like, it might not happen straight away, but there might be talk about it. He might be talking about how there has to be, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry guys. Oh. I usually do 3, that's weird. There you go. I usually do 3. What is with the 3 sneezes? It's so weird, isn't it? But he might be looking long term about these. And when I say climate kind of lockdowns and restrictions, again, that's more about the amount of usage of power. So you might be able to put your heaters on, we've talked about this before, between 3 and 5 o'clock, or you might only be able to have your air conditioning on between 2 and 7 at night, like in different areas. So this is more what I mean, those climate kind of lockdowns where things are more controlled. And of course they're going to make out it's going to save you power and money. So you're going to save money because your government is looking after you. Oh yeah, we know who they're looking after. So that's what I'm getting. These, like, I think after the flooding, when hopefully the flooding is subsiding over there, gosh, it's been really bad for you guys. There's been a lot going on. So this will be the perfect, like, setup and reason for Hippo to come out with a little bit more controlled measures around the power grids and consumption of electricity, you know, all these things. We know that's where it's heading. So I am getting that more control. They're showing me like a graph. The guy just showed me a graph. This is New Zealand. They're showing me a graph, and there's like a baseline. You know how you think of a baseline, which is the standard amount of like, for example, let's say electricity used. There'll be an average. I guess you could call it average as well. And you're only going to be, this is in New Zealand. This isn't tomorrow, but this is like long term. He's going to start to say you can only go, you know, up that much, or oh, but of course, if you use less, oh yeah, here we go. It's the credit scoring system. If you use less, then you'll get rewarded and you'll be able to have more above the baseline. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So the baseline is the average amount of electrical consumption. This is in New Zealand. Well, it's probably global actually, so it probably makes sense for everybody. But if you're down on your, well, we'll call them emissions or whatever you're using, you know, if you're doing all the right things and complying and turning all your appliances off and everything, then you're going to go into the positive. So you've got extra to use. So it's going to be this real earning landscape of electrical grid. It's going to be what you, like if you get your solar panels, that means you're earning this, and so you get extra each month. Or it's so complicated. I can't believe they're even thinking about these things. Can you guys? It's nuts. But that's what I'm getting for New Zealand. So he's really doing the maths on this. He's really looking at how he's going to do this moving forward. And that's going to be all that credit. How are they going to implement this? What a nightmare. But anyway, but that's long term. So don't panic, guys. These are just things that are being looked at moving forward. So you're going to have more around. You're definitely getting more around this climate control of, oh, well, it's not the climate, but it's the emissions and how you can help improve your climate. Definitely the farmers. We know they're going to, well, they've been getting hit for a while, but over there, oh my God, I can't even believe this is happening to our world. How's this freedom? People still think we live in a democratic society, a lot of these people that are waking up. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. Anyway, okay, let's see where else we go today. Oh, London. Oh, we're getting so much London at the moment because we know there's all this activity over there. Hang on a minute. I just lost my thought. Oh God, it'll come. Hang on. Oh, London, I'm getting the shift. I'm just getting the word, the shift. The shift is happening in London. I really believe that you're going to have big fightbacks in London. I do. See, nothing's stopping. They're putting prices of food up. They're putting prices of fuel up. They're putting prices of housing up, interest rates. And of course, they're saying they have to get the balance right. I understand what you're saying out there, John. By slowing the economy, it stops people spending. It gets very complicated. But this is what I'm getting in London. But the problem is in London, people are seeing the opulence. All they're seeing is Prince Harry and bloody Meghan, and they're whinging, but they're still living this opulent life. They got Charles over here with the coronation that's going to be bigger than the creation of the world. So all this money is pouring in, but of course the little people aren't getting anything from it. See, they're going to make out, oh, this coronation will be great. It'll bring people to the area. Little small business will do really well. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all, because people are starting to wake up and people are seeing the injustice of all this, that all this money is getting poured into, like, imagine all the security and the soldiers that'll be marching and like all the transporting of military. Like it's going to be a big fanfare event. So people are seeing that. Oh my God. Meanwhile, small business still getting taken down. There's going to be nothing in it for the small people. And if it is, it's only going to last for like a month or so in this, the coffee shops and restaurants and that, and then everyone will fly off home again. That, people are seeing it. So I am getting this big shift in London. There's a big shift in energy and a big shift in consciousness. And it could even be because of your 15-minute cities and your 20-minute neighborhoods that are rolling out. It's not hidden anymore. Sushi can lie and say that they're just trialing things and all this kind of crap. And he's even had to backtrack, hasn't he, on immigrants? And there's a lot of stuff going on. Wasn't there housing built for those immigrants? See, it's all, everything's out of kilter and out of balance. That's what I'm getting in London. We know that the bridge was weighed down heavily with the people standing up and it was nearly ready to crack. So I am getting this big shift in London. The consciousness is really starting to change over there. Let us know over there if anything's happening. You've had tons of strikes and that, we know that. But I do feel like there's still a lot of movement and activity. Hopefully this weekend, there's a march here in Australia, a freedom rally. I'm not going to it, but there is a lot of movement. Like these people standing up are pretty much not the people who are already awake. These are people waking up. So I'm seeing that for London as well. Big shift. Yay. Fingers crossed, guys. Okay, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting North America. North America. Hang on. God, I'm just getting that North America feels like they're in a like a ditch. Like they feel, oh, this is the people. They feel like they're in this, I'll just say a ditch. But it's like a ditch. It's like they feel like they've fallen into this ditch and they can't get out. I don't know what the big difference would be between South America and North America. Is North America where you've got the immigrants? That would be up near Canada, wouldn't it? I'm just thinking. So maybe these are the immigrant issues, which is creating a lot of problems, as we know, with the cartel who actually run the Mexican border. But I am getting that Northern America feels like they're just being or falling in a ditch. And this is like the whole area. This is the whole area. With everything that's taking place up there. I don't know what's taking place up there. What's taking place up in these regions? Apart from the immigration, that's the only thing I can think of. It could be just financial too, like people are being taken down. Maybe a lot of things are being exposed up there. Hang on. Just getting the word delicate operations. There's delicate operations up there. What's in North America? Is there like military? It could be military too. There might be military bases. I'm not sure, guys. I'm just getting, there's a lot of delicate operations being organised and being carried out. I'm getting missiles. There could be a lot of preparation maybe in some regions in North America. There's a lot of activity in North America. So if you live in North America, let us know what's happening up there. But the little people feel like they've just been shoved into a ditch. And it's like they can't get out. They can't climb their way out. And this would be financially too. I'm not sure quite what the difference is between these two regions. North America. It's just what I'm getting. Okay, let's see where else we go. Oh, financial collapse is here. It's coming like so fast now. It's like ready to hit the shore. We talk about the tsunami coming towards the sleepwalkers and the people waking up. Well, it's about to hit the shore. So if you're watching my channel, you've already taken off. You've run up the hill like the Kate Bush song we always talk about, and you've headed to the mountaintop and you can see things from afar. Whereas this tsunami, the financial collapse, is about to hit the shore now. And I think it probably is, because there's a lot of people who are coming out of their home loan locked-in rates and things like that. So, at least in Australia, that is the case. So there's going to be a lot of, hard times in the next couple of months for a lot of people. And I mean a lot, like enormous amounts of people are going to be really struggling financially. Like the collapse is here. It's like right on the doorstep now. Yeah, and see what it's doing with these people waking up, and the people in their bubble denial suits who refuse to look at the truth, they're in panic mode. Oh, they're now in panic mode. So it's going to become, in the next month or so, that fight or flight. They're going to either have to fight back against the government, or they're going to have to fly and get the hell out of there. Hopefully they fight against the government like most of us did. We stood up against government and said we're not going to take it. But I am getting that these people are now getting to fight or flight, like take off or fight back. It's just what I'm getting. All right, I'll see if there's something else to close with today. You're probably sick of me prattling on with everything today. Hang on a minute. You know what it's like at the end? The jukebox. Oh my God. God, they're giving me that song. Did we have this the other day? Was this the song from The Lion King? I think it was, wasn't it? Can you feel the love tonight? Is it where we are? Listen up, the wide-eyed warrior. Da, da. I'm sure that's from Lion King. Isn't that the song? And it's just showing me that the big lion on the escarpment, which is us. It's like when you think of a lion, they're very courageous. And this is us on the escarpment. You know that scene where that lion's looking over his kingdom, I guess you could say. And it's not with ego, it's with pride. This is what I'm getting for us. Or maybe I'm getting the pride because I think it's Mardi Gras Pride weekend here in Australia. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not seeing any rainbows though. So I'm getting that sense of pride within us, and I'm getting that song today. Can you feel the love tonight? But that's the image. He's on the end of that escarpment where he's looking over his like kingdom. Wide-eyed warriors. Is that the wording? It's got some interesting wording. We need to look at that song today. Hang on a minute. Oh, they go through so many songs. They go through so many songs. You'd be shocked how many songs they actually go through. A lot of them are the ones we've already had. And then they like, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting that song again. We've had this before very early on in my readings, guys. And it's the Eye of the Tiger. Is that from Rocky? Oh, I loved Rocky. Actually, Rocky's in that movie Finding Joe too. They go through a lot of movie pictures, and it's got Rocky, because Rocky was a hero to the little people, wasn't he, and peasants, because he came from these like really humble beginnings, and then he ended up succeeding in being this really top fighter that his whole village, like town, was really proud of him. And so I'm getting that tiger, that song. I'm sure it's from Rocky. One of the themes from Rocky anyway, isn't it? Rising up, straight to the top. Got my time, but my senses. I don't know what the words are. The eye of the tiger. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Where they're like, training and punching bags. And the eye of the tiger means rising up to the sink of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our life. Anyway, it's something about rising up, I'm sure, which is the message I'm going to leave us with today. We've got to feel pride and also stay strong, like the eye of the tiger. And they're the two songs I'm going to leave you with today. Please, if you haven't watched Finding Joe, go check it out. It's a fantastic little short movie on YouTube. You'll really enjoy it. You will get something from it, because I promise you it is our journey and the journey we've had in the last 3 years. Very relatable. So yeah, take care everybody. Look, have a wonderful weekend. I'll say goodbye from Australia. And I think that's about it. Hit those like buttons, guys. Feel free if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. And hit the bell notification so all my videos pop up. And please leave me comments down below. I love chatting to you guys. We have some great little interactions here, and we let each other know what's going on in each other's countries, because as we all know here, nothing on mainstream media, and as we know, they're controlling YouTube even more and more now. So, you know, we've got to get the information to each other somehow, so we know that things are shifting and people are waking up. So take care. I'll say goodbye from Australia, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye everybody. Have a great day. Bye.